morning, good morning. Wherever you are, it's a beautiful morning. Welcome. My name is Ambassador Renee Johnson, coming to you live from Nassau, Bahamas, the place where God lives. I want to welcome you this morning to Mamlakak's 10-minute plug-in. This is where you can get your boost. This is where you can be motivated to start your morning. Some of you are ready to work, I'm sure, or you're on your way to work for 10 o'clock, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, and welcome to MBM's 10-minute plug-in. This morning, I have a topic for you. We've been talking, I'm still in seasons, and so I want to talk to you about the rewards process. Our topic is process and inevitable rewards. You know what process is? I'll tell you, process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. You would start a business and they'll tell you bring your business plan and they'll tell you bring all of these information, compile it in order for you to begin the process. Now, when you do what you're supposed to do, it is inevitable that certain things will be unavoidable. It will happen, but you have to follow the process and follow the plans. And because we are talking about seasons and all of that good stuff, I want to bring to your attention, I want to talk to you about the grape tree, the wine that it grows on. And I want you to recognize that the grape tree, of course, as you know, has small little tasty fruits. They come in different colors. They come in green, white, grape colored, like a grapey color, you know what I mean? And so they all have different flavors. And you know how they're made? First of all, there's a production of a vineyard. So that's another area of business as well. So these persons have vineyards. And the thing is, to produce good grapes, they need, I mean, acres and acres to make these grapes, to be able to produce a large amount. And this can take up to 2 years just for these grapes to grow. And one particular wine, one grape wine, can actually have up to 20 pounds of grapes on it. And then when it's time for them to harvest these grapes, you know what they can produce? I know some of you know exactly what they can produce, right? I know, I heard it. Wine, right? Yes, they use this wine sometimes in Holy Sacrament. And then sometimes we abuse it, right? But there's also some good things you can do with the wine. You make some jam, juice, salads. You can do so many things with this. You can make sauces because it is the derivative of the grape seed, the grape plant. Now, one of the things I want to bring you wonder why I'm talking about grape and wine and all of that. The reason I'm talking about it, because when we're talking about process, we want to get you to understand that that same grape juice that you drank yesterday, that same grape juice that you had for Holy Sacrament or the wine, however you drank it, that same grape jelly that you had for breakfast, there was a process before it got there. Back in the day, they used to put it in these big square brick things where they would stand and they would actually take their feet and they would stamp the grapes until they were able to produce this wine. And then they would put it into jars or vats that would be waiting to store it. But anyway, what the point I'm making to you is this. As a result of hard work, long hours, and you have to use the right equipments, the physical labor, the physical labor. Sometimes we want things, we want to have things, we want God to bless us with things, we want God to give us things, and then we're not prepared to go through the process. Process is so hard at times. I mean, you want to just change your mind. You want to just decide, I don't want to do this anymore. But let me just assure you of this. In John 15 and 5, he says this: Jesus is the wine, the true source of life for us believers. We are the branches. We are an extension of him, connected to him, drawing that life from him as branches draw the necessary nutrients to survive and flourish. At first glance, we may assume that branches bear fruit, but in other sense, it's really the wine that makes it all happen. You get it? Jesus is the wine. We are the branches. We are an extension of him. So when you find yourselves in these situations where you feel like you just want to give up, it's like, I'm done. When COVID came around, there were some times and moments when I had to really grab onto that faith. I had to always remember that this is a process. This too will come to an end. And I'm here to encourage you, to entreat you that what you are going through now, man, you will come out like shining jewelry, like diamonds. After you chip away all of that ugly, crusty stuff of the diamond, it starts to shine and gets brighter and brighter. That's what you are destined for. Because you know what? We were not created to be self sufficient. We want. We think we are. When we start making money, all of a sudden, we put on this big air about ourselves, but we were not created to be self sufficient. I know there are many times in my life when I want to just go back home and just let my mother take care of me. I just don't want to be worried about the cares of this world. I don't even want to be thinking about what bill has to be paid next. I know you have those same challenges. But I have good news for you. We were created to live connected to God and to each other. Just like how those grapes are connected to the wine, and after they are picked, then you're able to produce because you're going to process them. That's what we are going through right now. We're supposed to be our brother's keepers. That's why we're not created to be self-sufficient. Our brother's keepers, because we are placed on earth. We are placed on earth to represent and exhibit the nature and the values, the morals and the lifestyle of heaven on earth. Because again, he says, I am the true wine and my father is the gardener. I am the true wine and my father is the gardener. There are a number of Old Testament references that speak of Israel being a vine planted and tended by God, but yet instead of bearing good fruit, it was denigrated. It was a false wine. Are you a false wine? Check yourself. Do you falter and fall the minute something happens? Are you rooted? We go back to that. Are you rooted and grounded in the word? Against this background, Jesus speaks of himself as a true wine, the one who will bear good fruits to his Father's approval. That's what we're supposed to be doing, bearing good fruit for our Father so he gets the glory, not us. We are put on this earth to carry out his mandate. The key action is to remain. To remain, it is translated in different ways: to stay, to abide, to live in union. That's why we are supposed to be the branches. Let me give you an example. If you stay at home, you say you're in Jesus, but you stay at home and you don't bear much fruit. You have to go out. We have to be so much. Jesus has to be so much a part of our daily existence that he feels like he's home. Your home, his home is in you. So he has to be a part of everything you do, every time you go to approach or do something, you have to make sure that Jesus is a part of it. Given the right opportunities, everyone can rise and shine. I'll pause right there because I know some of you are online. I know some of you are watching. Just remember, process. It is something that we will all experience. We must be processed in order for us to be the true examples that Christ has put us on this earth to be. So just remember, let that light that's in you shine brighter and brightest every day. So for next time, process. When you are processed, it is inevitable that great and exciting rewards will be yours. Process is something that you will experience over and over. But remember, with Jesus in the vessel, you cannot, you cannot go wrong. So until next time, be good to yourself, but most importantly, recognize whose you are. You are a child of the King. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Have a wonderful weekend. Continue to tune into MBN Network for your morning plugins and for the rest of our programs. Be encouraged today. Be blessed.